I want to show you my progression of some of my drawings and how I don't know, like to show my sketchbook that I got. This one started in 2017. Not all things have dates on them, but this is my 2017 picture. It's just imagination. And then this one was started as just scribbling, and then I wanted to see what I could find in the scribble, and what I found was a rosary. And then this one, a lot of times when I draw, I carry my sketchbook around with me, and they're like 30-minute drawings or 10-minute drawings or whatever. So that's just the way I do it. Most of mine have got things like this. I don't know why. I just make birds and animals and like that with sharp beaks. See if I can get this open. And then I was trying to draw faces of my husband. We were trying to draw, and so my husband did this one. I did this one, and I did this one. But he did this one. We were just having fun. Um, I don't know, drawing faces just for fun. Actually, I think he did this one, and he did this one, and I did that one. And I also did this in 2017. Let me paper up there so you can see it. I should get this. Yeah, there you go. And that was done in 2017 also. And then I was sitting in a courtyard at LCC, and I started drawing a tree here. Then I got called away, and I never got back to it. This is stuff that was basically, to me, um, we had that solar system. I mean, when the sun, when the moon goes in front of the sun or whatever. Um, right now, I can't recall what it's called. Eclipse, that's what it is. And in that eclipse, I was taking pictures, and it seemed like stuff like this was inside of what I could see from the shadows and stuff like that. So I did it from a picture that I took, and that's honestly that honest to God, that looks like that was there. But I don't know if I was just imagining it or what. And this was my picture of the eclipse. If I can get this to come up just a little bit further. There you go. That's okay. I can pull it back now. This is my picture of the eclipse, and this was also done in 2017. And I was still playing around trying to do pictures of my husband. I try to but I made him look like a man from um, Stone Age people. That was funny. And these were just more playing around drawings that I was showing my niece, things that could be done that you don't have to have really, you don't have to have talent. It's just stuff that you can just play around and do. And this is another one of my funny people that I draw. And then this was supposed to be like a flower that I started drawing in a pot. Flowers in a pot. And I did that with just like a Sharpie pen. Sometimes I draw with Sharpies. I want try to get out of my comfort zone, so I try to draw with Sharpies and like this. See, this is just it's not a great drawing, but hey, it's practice. You get the feeling of the motion of the people, and that's what that was supposed to be for. This one I started drawing a picture of. It's a waiting room. I get shots a lot, and for my allergies, and I have to sit there and stare at waiting rooms a lot. And this is where I do most of my drawings from, is in the waiting room. I'm not really sure what that is a picture of, but it's something I drew. It was just started something and then never got to finish it. Is what it was. Same thing like this. This is another one I started, and I don't know. It just I think pictures need to live and breathe, and that's definitely breathing and living. Makes you wonder what's in here. You know, is that fire? It's just you just have to kind of look at the picture and use your imagination, and that's the whole thing is. Here's another one I drew with my imagination. It looks like it could be from a different world or something, or maybe this could be the sun, or it could be an animal. And that's his back. And that was done in 2018. And it's on the ocean because you can see the different things that are on the shore. Maybe this is the last tree. I don't know. It's like I said, it's your imagination and just something to draw. And then this is another of my animals that I did. And I think this is it because it's almost like a horse. It's got its mange down here. And this one, I've seen some toenails that people were doing, and I was thinking about doing that myself on my own toenails. So I was trying to draw a picture. This one was from the magazine, People's Magazine, showing, oh, I don't know what the heck that guy is. He's all red and he can't talk and he's got those swords on his back from like the Avengers or something like that. It's a Marvel comic, whatever it is. And then I grabbed a magazine at my allergist one day, and there's like supposed to be two people there, and this is all I got done in a half hour. And this was 2023 is when I did that. This one was in 2024. See how I getting better? But you just gotta practice. Some things are easy, some things are not. Me, I'm when I do people, I don't know, I gotta have some kind of feeling for them. I don't know why, but I do. And then this is another one of my aliens that I did. You can see if that goes that way or should it stay that way. Almost like a bat, but from a different world. This one was like a bird by a tree. Again, a different type of bird, maybe from a different world, or I don't know if my brain's right or something because I got some really weird things sometimes. And this is supposed to be of a little girl. Let's make that a little brighter. This is a little girl that Grandpa is supposed to be holding her hands, and she was like really excited, and she was ran to her grandpa and whatever, and I just couldn't get the sight out of my mind, so I did my best to draw her. Little Hispanic girl. And I did that in 2024. It was almost like yesterday. This one was when my husband grabbed my book and he decided he was going to do an alien. I think he did pretty good. This is more of what my husband really looks like in real life. We were sitting at a diner waiting for our food, and I grabbed my pencil and I had my sketchbook, and so I started drawing them. And by the way, if you hear the noises in the background, that's him. He's playing a video game. I drew this the day my sister-in-law passed away. They were all trying to find her. Family members, they were trying to find her sister to let her know what was going on, and she don't answer the phone, she doesn't read her Facebook mail and anything. And I said, don't try to get her on her message thing. Write it directly on her page, because both my husband's sisters, the one that was passing away and the other one, don't like you writing on the front page. They want they don't want they want to choose what's on their page, and they don't want you putting things on their page. So 6 points from nowhere. And somebody knows somebody, and they finally found me after trying to contact people all day, and I told them how to do it. So that's what it means. Somebody knows somebody. So there's no reason why you never should get what you need. And then this picture right here was done. I was my mother-in-law lives in an assisted nursing home type of thing, and we had to wait to go up and see her. And so we were sitting in the parking lot, and there was this really beautiful big tree there. And so I drew the picture of the tree. And this was done in 2024. That's when I did that. This one I was just sitting in. I was sitting in the waiting room, and I started realizing, people only do one thing. So since they're doing it, they make great people you can copy or draw, because they're always in one position doing one thing. And I think you can see what they're doing. If you look, you'll see he's got his and she's got hers. and all over every time. So if you're looking for someone to draw when they're not, so they won't see that you're doing it, perfect. Sit in the waiting room or someplace where everybody just starts grabbing their phones and starts playing their games or whatever, and they'll never know you're drawing them. This I started drawing with fingers. Don't know why, but I started drawing a hand, and then I never got around to finishing it. This is another picture of my husband that I did later on. He started losing weight, and I got that the fact that he was losing weight in the picture. This was just a question I always have, and it's about time. Why it always seems like, I mean, I'm 66 years old, and it seems like as soon as I get up, it's time to go to bed. The time just goes by so fast. See, you can even see the light shining, changing in here. This was done in 2027. No, it can't be 2027. 24, excuse me. I haven't got 27 yet. But anyway, this was done at a laundromat, and I drew a picture of this lady there. She was washing her clothes, and it was mostly done in pen because I colored it in pen. I have these pens that I do that. And this was another lady who was laundromat, and I asked my husband, "Did you see that lady?" And I drew the picture of her to show her. And yeah, I did see that lady. Now this is to give you an idea. Is a tree that looks somewhat similar to this, but this is a hump that's on the tree. It, it it's not a person. There's a hump that sits there, and I was trying to draw the tree with the hump in it, and this little guy just showed up all on his own, hugging the tree, and I just kept it. These are characters. I tried to draw a picture of my sister, and my sister doesn't look anything like this, but they're characters, is all they are. And this is what I came up with. She was like, "What?" But anyway, this is believe me, she doesn't look nothing like this. You'll see other pictures here. That this one, I mean, it's like I told you, it's my brain the way it works sometimes, and I just go along with it. I'm sitting there going, see if you go along with your drawing sometime. Don't try to make it perfect. Go along with it. And that's what these are. Go along with characters. And then this was like for Halloween. I decided to start trying to do sayings with them, and it's a Halloween picture. This is supposed to be kind of like Arizona. We went to Arizona one time, or New Mexico, I think it's more like. And this is a pictures I just drew in my head from remembering New Mexico. Sometimes try doing pictures by memory, what's in your brain still. This one right here, my husband and I were just talking about. This is outside the allergy clinic, and there's this wall. It's just plain, no color to it. It's just like, and it's huge. And it's got doors and windows, one door and windows. And I made a joke one day, and I told my husband, I said, "You know what? I'm going to paint a mural on that wall just to have something." And it was Bigfoot season, so I did a Bigfoot with the squirrels going, because it's in our town. It's very popular in Longview. They have squirrel bridges, and I thought it would be fun just to draw that picture on them. I never got to do it, but I never got nerve to ask if I could either. This was just, I started waiting for my doctor, and I started drawing some of the things in the room, and all I got done was the stool, and I didn't even really get it done because he walked in, and I quit drawing. Here we go. This is the waiting room. This picture is another one. He's not picking his nose. He's like, I think he was scratching his face or something like that. I don't remember, but I just couldn't help myself. I had to try to draw a person, and I was going through and doing a lot of characters, and this is one of my characters. The guy sitting in this. See, it's at the Longview Imaging Center is where this one was. This one was drawn. I had my 30 minutes that I had, and it was drawn at the allergy clinic. And again, see what she's got in her hand. She's got her cell phone. But she realized I was drawing a picture of her, and she was allowing me to do it. So, and this is supposed to be the Pentagon with alien ship. See, that's an alien ship going to go in the side of it because they're hiding things, you know. This was just a drawing one day, and I made a list. This is I wrote my list on my picture that I drew. We play spacecraft, and this is kind of like what it looks like inside the buildings. And this is another picture. See, she's got her cell phone there, and she's looking down at the cell phone. She's not looking at me, so she doesn't know I'm drawing her. And this is another picture I came up with. Again, my imagination. And this was done in 2025. And I decided I was going to practice with just using a Sharpie. This is a fine line Sharpie because this is what I had. And I decided I was going to practice no pencil. I was just going to use a Sharpie. I want to see how good I'm getting. And this is what I came up with on my Sharpie. I think I did pretty good. I think I did pretty good, to be honest. So you don't really need a pencil. You just go with the flow. And this time I had a ballpoint pen, and so I decided I was going to draw. This is also in my allergist clinic. And so I decided to draw what was outside because they got this big glass window and the car's out there. And this is what I came up with. You got the signs on the outside of the window so you don't know what they're saying. And this is what's talking about how long they're going to be open or closed for. And this is just a scary person done in pen. Honestly, I don't even remember drawing half these pictures sometimes. This is a light bulb, obviously, from outer space. I don't know. I'm just practicing faces is what I was doing here. This is why I got the thing on there. And this is what comes out when you notice a lot of my things I do, my faces, that's what I do. And this is another one. Oh, if it's an angel, what? It's from another planet. You got horns, whatever. Wearing clothes. This is just a thing. See how I wrote just a thing on top of it? This is the thing. And it's getting substance. This is how it gets its food. It flies around and falls from the sky, I guess. And it's eating. Here's another one. Another bird. I think I probably started out with this, and then I end up putting the bird in there. This is just showing motion, is what I'm doing here. I'm just showing motion in hills and water flowing. Here's another one. Another, we were standing in line at the allergy clinic, and this person was standing in line with me, and I just decided to draw him standing there the way he's looking. I used to describe it as what a Democrat looks like when he's looking at a Republican. See, these are characters. Again, this is supposed to be my sister sitting in the bed. But I'm drawing the picture so fast, I don't have time to actually do the, I don't know, the people. So I was, my sister had already left the room, and my brain just wanted to draw a picture. So I drew this of her experience in the hospital. You'll see my sister change a lot. She likes to go to gambling casinos and play the slots. See, that's another character of my sister. I used to use her a lot because we hung around each other a lot. Now we don't. She's got a boyfriend now. She doesn't come around as much now. This is at the DMV. We had to get our licenses renewed, and this is not us. There's two people we were waiting to in line, and I could not help myself. I started drawing the DMV because I was really getting bored. And this is when I was starting to get my Social Security. And it's supposed to be, that's my sister. She's got her cat eyes. But and this is her boyfriend, and he's like hanging out the window like a little kid, and which is funny because at the time she's probably like 67 in this picture, and he's in his 70s, but they're acting like little kids waiting for the doors to open while I'm standing. See the poles here? I'm standing in line waiting, and they didn't want to get out until they had to. They came and they came with me. And it was just, I just thought it was so cute in my mind. I had to draw it. And then this is me at the DSHS, and a little girl, she was coloring with her color crayons, and so I had brought pastels with me, and I wanted to see how they looked. So this was my pastel picture that I did. Hopefully it turned out pretty good. I thought it did. Now this is the really, really cool picture. This is the picture that you'll look at, and you're trying to figure out what is it. First thing you see are these eyes staring at you. And it, I just gave it away. I'm sorry. First thing you see is a road. See the road going up here, and it's going to a building. But then once you see these eyes, they you start seeing it looks like the nose. This is the mouth, but it looked like sidewalks going across the street. It's just a lot of fun because it's a picture within a picture. It's what you perceive when you're looking at it. This could be part of a mountain or a hill or whatever, or it could be statues that somebody just put up there that makes this look. And then if you actually look at the picture when you take it, it looks like a face from out of nowhere. I don't know. That was done in 2025. Again, these are just my little people or monsters that I draw. You have to just, I mean, this could be a firefly. I don't know. A mummy coming at you with wheat on his head. It's just a big tree coming up out of the ground. I have no idea. There's just pictures. Um, this was another picture that I did of a guy. He was, it looks like he's got his hands in a purse or something like that. But it was just something to draw at the time. I was at court. I was going to go on a court case. It was a murder trial, and they had so many people there in that room, and he was the one I picked, and he ended up actually being one of the people they picked to be there as one of the jurors. And then this right here is supposed to be like you take a regular pencil. Okay, these are the numbers of the pencils, and I did them really hard, and I tried to get them really light. It's for shading to show me shading. This was with pencil. This is with a pen that I did it. I didn't color it in. I drew it like that and say like this. Well, maybe I did color it in. Okay. Because this right here, see, this is a tree now. But you see how I made it more fuller when I drew it. But then I decided that's the way I wanted it when I colored it in. If you're interested in to find out about the color pens I use, I can tell you. Just ask me about them on the page, and I'll tell you what I used. This is also 2025, and this is supposed to be a tree. Now this was just what it is. It is done with a pen. I did not use any pencil. I just started drawing with a pen, and this is what came out. We had to go to this place to get tires done, and that's when I did this. The following day, I did not have the pens with me, so I drew this. This has a big window, and these trees are across by the freeway or something like that on ramp, and so I just decided I want to see if I can draw trees. And sometimes I write stuff about things. And here's another with a pen because I had a pen and I wanted to draw with the pens. And I did this here in 2026. Obviously, it's a dock, and then this is supposed to be the things that are in the water by the dock, and then this is some of the water coming up from the dock, and then I got mussels here that are on the dock back east. That's what a dock. That's what it looks like. You don't even want to jump in that thing. It's jellyfish and all kinds of stuff in there. And then this is my latest thing I did right here. I did it with a drawing, and then I painted it, and then I added Sharpie to make the writing and some of the darker spots and to make it more so you could see the pictures more better. But anyway, I that's my last thing. I haven't done anything else in this book since then. And believe it or not, I've only got a few pages left. So that is my art book. So if you um, have anything to say about it or any questions, just write them down below and give me a thumbs up if you can. Um, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.